So I am on my way to Cars and Coffee Palm Beach, and I'm excited because I'm already seeing awesome cars on the highway. This thing's crazy. Look at that. They poked a hole right through the hood. Gotta love the skeleton inside. That's awesome. Porschista in her 911 GT3. .512 TR Ferrari. Now that's a Halloween car. Subaru with no hood. '41 Packard with a 356 straight 8. And a Chevy C10 truck is spectacular. I love this cherry red paint job on it. This is the Apocalypse, and it's a 6x6 Hellcat powered monster. What do you think of this? Would you drive it? These have over 700 horsepower and I believe cost around $200,000 list price. I always love not only the original Humvees, but when they're still outfitted with the military surplus paint scheme. Let's check out the inside. We're at Cars and Coffee in Palm Beach, and it's the Halloween edition. A nice Monte Carlo. Great crowd today. The beloved Honda ACTY 3-cylinder truck from Japan. These increasingly are getting imported to the United States and are becoming popular as a cult classic. One of the downsides to this car, as you might imagine, is it is a little bit out of breath on the highway, but it's worth it for how unbelievably fun it looks to drive. Doesn't that look like 3 or 4 people could pretty much just, maybe 2 people could roll it over with their hands? These tires must be 12 inches, 13. Yep, they're 12s. And it's right-hand drive, of course. So what do you think of this? Would you drive it? Would you rather have this air-cooled VW Bug or the Mini? Or this thing? I'm in the Porsche section because, as you know, Third Pedal Metal is obsessed with Porsches in particular. Hey, a Guards Red 944. That was my first ever car, folks, 1986. 50-50 weight distribution and one of the best steering cars on earth. Look at this GT3 RS with the massive wing. They don't have a manual transmission, but we'll forgive them for it because it's gorgeous, and a 718 Spider, possibly upstaged by the 914. That is incredible. Mid-engine vintage German classic. Wrapping up the Porsche section is this incredibly low 911 with a cage and a vintage 3 Series with the inverted hood up, and the GT4 that started us off. I'm going to show you 3 cars, and I want to know which one of them you would pick. There's a lot of great cars here, but just from these 3, would you take the Corvette, the Chevy, or the Ford? Yes, I know a Corvette is a Chevy. 1968 Camaro SS with a roll bar. And a Mustang about to start up. What year do you think this Mustang is? What year is this?
67.
It's nice. That is nice indeed. Sometimes at the car shows, there is a proverbial wallflower, and I think it's this orange 50s Chevy that nobody is paying any attention to. I have no idea why, but at a Halloween car show, this pumpkin orange Chevy should be the belle of the ball. 1966 Chevy Impala Super Sport with an awesome idle sound. And these RC cars are incredible. Nothing like being on the back of your bike with a katana sword. Excellent Chevy lowrider. You can't even see that rear wheel. What do you think of this? Would you drive it? Would you take it to your doctor's appointment? The back of that big wheel has Elvis and I think Marilyn Monroe on the back. Vintage VW. Late 60s?
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's true. What was the name of it?
Which one of these cars would you choose? We're at Cars and Coffee, Palm Beach, Halloween edition in West Palm Beach, Florida. So pretend that you wouldn't be able to sell it and you could only pick one. Which would you pick? I know I'm having a hard time deciding myself. Got an ACTY Honda truck, 3-cylinder glory. Oh, it's got a little burble to the exhaust. That was unexpected. Right-hand drive S2000 with no hood, fantastic. And the Cobra. Oh my God, this Caddy DeVille is awesome. I am really into this. So we're at Cars and Coffee Palm Beach Halloween edition, and this has caught my eye. Obviously it is not stock. It's mid-70s probably, maybe early. I don't know. If you know what year it is, go ahead and put that in the comments. But it is incredibly striking. Awesome McLaren 570S. And a Nissan GTR. Vintage BMW M3. I think possibly from the mid 80s. I'm not sure. If you know what year this is, go ahead and put it in the comments. I assume it is a stick shift. This is excellent. So this BMW is for sale here in South Florida. It is a 328 1960s Chevy van. I know that this is not an easy a choice as it looks, because there's going to be a variety of answers in the comments. I guarantee it. Here's my pick. And there's a few more, because one of the best ones is about 12 feet away. Hey, watch out. I absolutely love the paint job on this, or the wrap. I'm not sure which it is, probably a wrap, but it looks like Nightmare Before Christmas, and it nicely complements a Halloween car show and an incredibly powerful car. This sounds like it has 1,000 horsepower. Which one of these Corvettes would you choose? Kind of a sleeper Toyota MR2, unless you're in the know and look at the tires and figure out that obviously it's a car to be reckoned with. How much horsepower do you think this car has? Put your guess in the comments. Z28 Camaro is flawless. With the 302, what do you think of this? Vintage Dodge Coronet for sale here in South Florida.
I got better, ladies. Yeah.
Third pedal metal. GT. I like the size. You got any volunteers? I love this American classic Chevy Nova with the black rims. It looks like an undercover police car from that era. I'm not sure what year this is, but I'm pegging it as being mid-60s. Please put it in the comments if you know, so we can all argue about it. Oh wow, velocity stacks. So I want to show you a Ford Mustang that if you see in traffic, you should know the subtle or not so subtle cues not to mess with it. It's that idle, the cowl hood, and those massive rear tires. I wouldn't bother trying to race this thing unless I had anything with at least 1,000 horsepower. So there's a beautiful Dodge Charger here at the car show. I'll try to ask the owner what year it is. Hey sir, that's great. What year is that, 66?
Yes, sir.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
1966 Dodge Charger with a 392 Hemi. And he's got a skull in the back. There we go.
With the open headers, that's nasty.
Thank you.
This vintage Toyota Land Cruiser is for sale. It's absolutely spectacular. Here's the information on it. And as a tax, here's 2 Trans Ams. Real life Tonka truck, grown up toy Jeep. That's clever, I like that. So the little mnemonic technique I always use to remember the name Lamborghini Aventador when I was first trying to figure out the difference between this and a Huracan is it translates to vent in the door, Aventador, because it's the only Lamborghini that has that massive, massive side scoop air intake for the engine. So there's how you can follow this car. Oh, beautiful woman in a Corvette. That's always fun. Exotic wraps. Excellent Porsche, an Audi R8 followed by the Aston Martin.